Is the bottom finally in for Bitcoin? We'll take a look at that today, so keep watching. Welcome to BlockRoots. I am Josh, and on behalf of my co-founder, Kenner and Clark, we just want to say welcome to the channel. Here on BlockRoots, nothing is financial advice, but we do like to give updates on Bitcoin in the crypto market every week. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to click the red button below. Now, it's been a while for me, but just know that Kenner and Clark has given a lot of great live streams. You can actually find that by following him on his Twitter at Kenner and Clark. But as you know, in the past, we have given away Bitcoin on this channel. If you are interested in that, to win $100 in Bitcoin, the only thing that you have to do is subscribe and just comment below. One subscriber who engages on the channel will win $100 in Bitcoin, and we will announce that on the next video, likely next week. So on today's video, we'll take a look at Bitcoin at the chart to determine if this is indeed the local bottom and just how high can we go from here. I also want to talk about and take a look at an airdrop from Immutable X. So this is a Galaxy Digital and Coinbase backed company that will airdrop their token in the coming weeks. And I can tell you that if you love NFTs especially, you're going to be excited about this airdrop. I'll talk a little bit more about that as well. Now, just know that our partner over at Phemex, today's video is brought to you by Phemex.trade. Phemex is the fastest crypto exchange, and it allows for serious traders to execute trades without lags during volatility. Now, if you have not yet checked out Phemex.trade, know your local jurisdictions and rules for your country for trading and exchanges, but also know that you can spot trade on Phemex as well. So you can spot trade on here. They also have zero fees available for spot trading and buying. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and lots of other popular DeFi-based alts. If you take a look at this, whether you're a Doge fan, a Link fan, Aave, Sushi, Uni, or more, check out Phemex.trade. They do have a fantastic trading website if you are a trader, especially if you're into an exchange that doesn't go down during volatility. All right, so if you're ready to go ahead and talk about the market, let's go ahead and talk about Bitcoin. Now, the hot topic right now for Bitcoin lately is this a bear market or not? Now, we don't in fact actually know it's a bear market until weeks or months into it, right? Because what we see is a downwards trend with lower lows and lower highs, and that can take some time to come about. So as far as this goes, we've been in a macro downtrend since April. Bitcoin has continued to have lower highs, as you can see here on the chart, in lower lows as far as the close on the daily. But the good news is that we've actually bounced in a major market structure support here around 30,000. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Now, if I go ahead and put a box here, and we also then go ahead and put a line so that you can then take a look at this level at 30,427, you'll see that this area has held as support for 7 or 8 touches in the previous history. If you look and you count, there's about 8 there. And what we've seen over the past few days is price on the daily chart actually finally go below this level and close. But what some people are thinking, which obviously what we should all think, is this an actual fake out in order for people who are following this market structure to actually sell here at the bottom and fear that price is going to continue on down lower in this area around 25 to 25K, potentially even 19 to 20K. Now, the good news is Bitcoin has bounced around 10% since that bottom, potential fake out, whatever you want to call it. And now we are back above this strong support market structure that has held Bitcoin for so long. You know, a lot of people are just calling this another lower high, which it could be, but you cannot forget in bear markets, there are rallies. So back here on 2018, when we had the last all-time high at 20K, you're going to notice that if you don't remember, or maybe you weren't around then, we've had quite a few rallies for Bitcoin price before it went all the way down here to $3,000 low. Now, Bitcoin actually bounced around 50% to 100% 4 different times after its $20,000 all-time high. And as you can see, this is the weekly chart now, that these bounces just didn't take days, but they actually lasted for weeks. So in bear markets, not only can you have a bounce, but you can have a bounce that actually lasts 4 to 6 weeks or so for a rally to happen, and for people who are short the bottom, the local bottom here, or the low, or support, to actually get trapped in a trade. So history does show that with Bitcoin, that markets can actually rally in a bearish environment, and then the rallies can actually last for weeks. So it's not out of the question to make a big rally here that could last for days or even weeks. So how high does Bitcoin actually have to go in order to show a clear sign of a reversal? Well, we want to see higher highs and higher lows on the trend. So meaning that some key areas to watch for Bitcoin would be for 32K, okay? And so 32K is actually this area that Bitcoin is actually holding right now. We actually saw it bounce off of there as support, and now it continues to stay above that. So 32K is one key area that we want to see Bitcoin hold. Now, as far as that goes, we'll then want to look to see if Bitcoin can reclaim different other price levels above, specifically around this area, around 36,000. Now, this isn't an exact area, of course. We see a lot of times too, price will actually wick above and come back down. So we don't just want to see price make it there. We want to see price on the 4-hour, specifically even better on the daily chart, go above these levels and actually close and hold above these levels. Now, we can expect that if price does break above 36K, that it will eventually move up to this level at 40,000. Now, 40,000 is actually an area where I start to get bullish again as well too. This would actually be the first break of this range from all the way from May. So from May that we actually dropped in April. But when this range formed back in May, there hasn't been a day where price did break above it and hold. We did have a few wicks there, but price did not break above it. So if price can indeed break above $40,000, I do think that Bitcoin does have a chance to continue to rally and this be a potential start of an uptrend. But it's not going to be until then that we start to get a little bit more bullish, because again, you don't want to get bullish too early, especially when price has not yet made a higher high, continues to make lower lows on the trend. Now, I don't want to look much higher than that, but do expect if price does break above 40,000, a lot of people will probably start to look around this 45,000 area, specifically this $49,000 area. Also, too, if you're bearish, you have to remember, again, we're in a clear downtrend. So you can also, if you're a trader, these are also really key places to short. Okay, so shorting at resistance, of course. For most of you, that might not be the case. Now, if price does not get back above these levels, one key area that I mentioned earlier on the video is around here, around $23,000 to $24,000. We want to see price actually hold this level before potentially making it back down to 19,000. But we don't want to talk. Of course, there's a lot of people talking about 19,000, 20,000, even 15,000 right now. It's so important just to take it level by level and not get too excited, right? Because if you're looking down here, you're going to be missing opportunities right in front of your face. And so if you're looking down here, this could be a potential reversal that you miss. Or if you're looking up here, you may get distracted, buy in too early if you're not watching these levels, and then price continue to go on down and lose money. So again, we want to take it level by level. When it comes to Bitcoin, don't want to look too much further than 40,000 or even 24,000 right here. Now, on chain-wise, Glassnode actually tweeted out about the short-term holders in MVRV, which is the market value to realized value. Now, in case you don't know about realized value, it is when Bitcoin prices are taken at the time that they last moved, instead of the current price like in market value. So on the tweet, we can see Glassnode say this: Bitcoin, the short-term holder MVRV, measures deviation of price away from the realized price. Short-term holder STH cohort cost basis. Very low values indicate STH or short-term holders are holding coins significantly below their acquisition costs. In a bearish trend, this has typically aligned with capitulation events. Now, if you look at the chart here, what you're going to notice is the green area at the bottom. And so when that area is hit, with these market lows. This is exactly where we are now. If you notice right here in the green, but you're going to notice that it actually aligns with every time price hits a low. Typically, that's a local bottom or a market bottom, and that's when this level tends to dip down. This short-term holders holding losses is in this green area, which actually signifies that every time this has happened, we've had a low, and it goes and shows you of 3, 4, 5, 6 different times since the high in January 2018 that this has happened, that it's dipped down in the green, and we're seeing the exact same things at the moment. So on-chain analysis wise, we're seeing some potential bullishness when it comes to on-chain metrics for short-term holder MVRV. So if you're not a technical analysis person with different price charts, you may be more of an on-chain person to get bullish, and this is good news from Glassnode. Now, other than Bitcoin, other assets have actually been rallying as well, including Ethereum. If you do look at the Ethereum chart that I've marked here, as you can see, it has broken out of the upward consolidation here and this compression, right? We've got the previous resistance that prices broke above. We've got the uptrend, price did break above it. And now there's also potential for fake outs here. As I always talk about, people know that when it comes to this, let me go ahead and get a drawing tool. There's also potential for price to fake people out, come back down, and then move on back down, right? We don't want to see that. What we want to see is price continue to hold this area, continue to move on up, and continue to go up from there. So, but Ethereum does look good here. It looks exactly like Bitcoin. It has broken out above this level at $2,000. We want to see it hold above $2,000 to be bullish. Now, as far as other performing assets, we can actually see at Hasaka, he actually talks about the bounce for different altcoins that have performed the best over this rally. Now, those indeed include Axie Infinity, which is AXS, RUNE, and MATIC. So these are 3 that have actually bounced the hardest after the local bottoms. You're going to notice that AXS is by far the number 1, followed by RUNE and MATIC. So these have performed very well. AXS 70% leading the pack, RUNE 55%, and MATIC 45% up from the local lows. So as I always talk about when it comes to altcoins and when it comes to buying altcoins, you actually want to buy strength, right? These are the 3 that have been the strongest right now, but clearly you want to buy strength in the ability for an altcoin to bounce after the local lows hit. So keep an eye on these 3 altcoins. These have been particularly strong at the moment. There are others as well too. We do know that DeFi Pet, which is a very small cap on Binance Smart Chain, that has rallied just like AXS. And a lot of people don't know about DeFi Pet. I actually own some myself too, along with some of these. But just know that has been strong as well too, but is a lot more liquid. So the good thing about AXS is a lot more liquid, and it has shown some major strength for the fact that it is on big exchanges. So those are some altcoins to watch at the moment. Remember to buy strength. And really the final thing that I want to talk about today is an airdrop opportunity. Now, if you're an NFT fan, specifically if you have not heard about Immutable X, you'll want to check this out, because Immutable X is the first layer 2 for NFTs on Ethereum, okay? So this means that Immutable X, we have a gas-free layer 2 solution for scaling NFTs. Now, this is not only bullish as far as the technology in zero gas, but this is also backed by both Galaxy Digital and Coinbase. So both of these are well-known investors, which bring potential for Immutable, of course, the token, to eventually be listed on Coinbase. And that's, of course, pure speculation by me. But again, speculation at the least, that when Coinbase backs anything, it's a pretty good chance that it could potentially be on their exchange, which gives massive value for the fact that a lot of people have access to it. But the big news is that Immutable X is actually having an airdrop for their token for early supporters of Immutable X, and they actually talk about this on the Medium article. The question you're probably asking is, how can you support Immutable X and take part in the airdrop? And it's all right here on this information. But basically what's going to happen is, if you scroll down here, and I've even highlighted it in blue, is that Immutable will employ a point system based on each user's Gods Unchained NFT trading and holdings in their inventory on the snapshot date. So basically, if you hold Gods Unchained cards or NFTs on Immutable X, if you go on their marketplace and buy them and you hold those through the snapshot, you're going to earn points in order to be able to be in this airdrop. Now, it also has a chart here that shows you, based on the type of card that you hold, how many points that you'll get. Okay. Now, there is no news on how many tokens you'll get per point. I think basically what they're doing is they're trying to find the interest in seeing how many people actually buy the cards and how many people are in it. I think the airdrop is going to depend greatly on that. You do have to support Immutable X by buying these NFTs and holding them from their marketplace. And then you'll get the tokens. And again, like, the amount is unknown, but if Immutable X continues to spread in popularity along with Gods Unchained because of the Coinbase and Galaxy backing, this could definitely bring potential value to these NFTs and Gods Unchained. Now, I've even bought a few myself, a few cards to get the airdrop. I personally hope to see these go up in value, but I'm still taking the risk that even if they do go down in value, that the airdrop that I get could be worth it overall. So there is some risk involved, but again, it is basically an airdrop if you support the project. And if you love NFTs, especially if you're a Gods Unchained fan, if you're into collecting or trading these, then this is going to be an airdrop for you, because you're going to get exposure to Immutable X when a lot of people are not going to be able to have access to these tokens except for supporters of Immutable X. And this is brand new. This actually just came out in the past 12 to 24 hours, this news. And so a lot of cards are left. Basically, all you do is you go to the Immutable X marketplace. You're going to see Gods Unchained on the left. You're going to hit that. And then you can go from low price to high price. You can also check via the quality and the rarity of the card. So if you're looking for the highest point cards, which are the legendary diamond, you would click that. And then you have to then click on it and then deposit Ethereum into, you'll have to deposit Ethereum. Okay. So just know that you have to do that in order on Immutable X in order to buy these cards. Yesterday, I think when this news was first announced, it was kind of busy. So it did lag a little bit, the website, but it's up and running again. But that's all you have to do as far as the Immutable X airdrop. And I'll leave the info below. I'll leave the medium below. If you're interested in that, check it out. I did just want to give that information because, again, it is not well known, but yet Immutable X, there's some bullishness behind that project for the fact of who they're backed by, which is Galaxy Digital and Coinbase. But that's it for me for BlockRoots today. Just wanted to talk a little bit more about Bitcoin and the levels that we're watching. Again, $32,000 is holding. We want to continue to see that hold and then retest the $36,000 level. And then not really bullish until the range is price closes above the range, which is around $40,000. We want to see that. If price is unable to do that, we do expect for price to continue to break down and head back down probably to around $24,000. So again, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please leave a comment below on the video. Again, we are giving $100 away to one person who subscribes and as well leaves a comment and engages. Just go ahead, go to the bottom of the screen, click the red button below to subscribe, and you will be eligible for that drawing for one person. So again, here's hoping that we have another big rally for Bitcoin. Keep an eye on these levels. Again, you guys trade safe and effectively. We'll talk to you soon.